Today we're going to be looking at how to write negative fractions. To show this, we have a couple of examples that we're going to work through together here, so let's get started. For question number 1, we're being asked to write the fraction of -3/7. And as we can see up top here highlighted in yellow, whenever we're writing negative fractions, there's 3 ways for us to show a negative fraction, but we can only use one negative sign in our fraction. So to explain this, the first way that we can write a negative fraction is we can write a fraction where our numerator has a negative value. So for the fraction of -3/7, our numerator of 3 is going to have a negative value and our denominator is going to be just a +7. Now for the next way to write a negative fraction, well, this time our denominator is going to have the negative value. So our denominator is going to have a value of -7 and our numerator is going to have a value of 3. Now for the last way for us to show a negative fraction, what we're going to do is we're going to put the negative in front of the fraction. So we have our negative here, and then we're just going to write our fraction of 3/7. As we can see here, we have 3 different ways of showing the fraction of -3/7. But the one thing that we can't do here is write a fraction where we have 2 negative signs. Because if we wrote the fraction of -3 over top of -7, well, we can't actually do that because it's the same thing as dividing 2 negatives. And when we divide 2 negatives, that's going to give us a positive answer. So whenever we're writing a negative fraction, we can only have one negative sign to show that negative fraction. Now moving on to question number 2, this time we're being asked to show the fraction of -2/15. So the first way, once again, is we're going to write our numerator of 2 as our negative number, so we have 2/15. Now for the next way, this time our denominator is going to have the negative value, so we're going to have -15 for our denominator, and our numerator is going to be a 2. And then for the last way, well, this time we're going to put our negative sign before the fraction, and then we're just going to write our fraction of 2/15. So as we can see, we have 3 different ways here of showing the fraction of -2/15. So hopefully by now you understand how to write negative fractions. Help make math less complicated by smashing those like and subscribe buttons. As always, enjoy today's math journey.